Hello everyone, you are here to get to know the suggested answers of CA Final Audit January 26. And guess what? I'm here to present the suggested answers to you as I always do. But for the first time in my life, I am going to record this video in English. Like, it's amazing, and many of you might know that my English is actually very bad, and some of you will get to know about my English. So please pardon my English, but it is my genuine attempt. Like, try, but don't cry. Until and unless I get stuck and switch to Hindi, I'll try to record this video in English. Okay. First of all, sorry about yesterday. I was not able to record the video about paper review, but I have seen paper yesterday, and like paper was freaking average, like easy side average. So most of you are not going to see audit books again in your life. Like, you are never going to see audit books again in your life. Most of you, there is high chances that you are not going to study audit in your life, never again. Okay. So it's like 40 is like obvious. If obvious, like if you have studied smartly and if you have studied efficiently, 40 is yours. And for 50 to 60, there is high chances that many of you will get 40 to 60 marks in this paper. Okay. And for MCQs was like getting, like, let me tell you that for MCQ you can expect easily in between 20 to 24, and for descriptive you can expect easily between 25 to 30 marks. So you're on an average 45 to 55, you can consider your score. And for MCQ I have not given answers yet, but if you want MCQ answers from me, then please let me know in the comment box, and please hit the like button and subscribe button. Okay. Now let's start with the descriptive portion. First of all, starting with the first question 1A is about the opinion para. Like, so instead of reading, I'll quickly sum up a question for you, because as all of you know the question, you you are here for the answer. So first, let me tell you that it is about fixed asset and it is about like a related party transaction. Okay. So this question is about the opinion. This question is about the opinion. What kind of opinion CAY should have given in audit report, and justify. You have to justify why, which opinion you are giving, and then you have to draft the opinion para and basis for opinion para. So what is happening in this question? Like, there are fixed asset of value of rupees 250 cr's, which constitutes 60% of total assets, and they are damaged and some issues with them. And for related party transactions totaling 120 cr during the year. So 250 cr and 120 cr are itself a huge amount, and they have also given you hint that it constitutes a 60%. So material amounts and more than two items, so you can definitely go for disclaimer, and you should go for a disclaimer of opinion. So we have one question in our question book, which is question number 2, RTP number 22, which is about debtors and inventories, two items, material items, and we have studied that in this we have given disclaimer of opinion. But how to write the answer, and what is expectation from you for writing this answer? First of all, you have to know that what they have asked, what kind of opinion should I give in audit report? Disclaimer of opinion. But sorry, you have to justify your answer citing the above scenarios. And what are they asking in this line? Like, what they want from you from this line is justify your answer citing the above scenario. Which scenario? These two scenarios. So what you have to write, like in this answer you can see that they have quickly make a summary of like debtors and inventory, and you have to do like in your own language. You have to write quickly a summary of a summary in 2 3 lines about the fixed assets and related party transactions. And then you have to tell that in the above given circumstances, auditor is unable to obtain SAI, and the possible effect of the FS of undetected misstatement, if any, could be both material and pervasive, and hence disclaimer of opinion. So this is your justification to the justification citing the above scenarios. And again, what they have asked is draft the opinion and basis of opinion para, which you are definitely going to get a good marks. Okay, disclaimer of opinion para, we do not express an opinion. Okay, and basis for disclaimer, you are going to write about fixed asset and related party transactions. You are not going to write about data and inventory. You are going to write about the fixed asset and related party transactions. So this question was a easy question, easy side question. Let's move on to question 1B. Okay. This question is about evaluation of the effect of misstatement which are not corrected by the management and communication requirement applicable for the auditor. So if you are directly jumping to the communication requirement, you are going to get confused in exam. So what you should have been studied, like what you should have been read first, like last para, what they are talking about, he should evaluate the effect of misstatement which are not corrected by management. So this question is from essay 450, evaluation of misstatement, and what is happening in the given case. Like there are 1 2 3 some like 4 lakh of rent has not been recorded, 6 lakh of income was belong to 23-24 and recorded and charged in 24-25, and sample testing projected misstatement is 10 lakh, and these are the corrections, these are the rectifications, but management has refused to make the necessary corrections. So what guide him how he should evaluate this effect of misstatement. So how you are going to give answer about the uncorrected misstatement identified during the audit. In essay 450, we have studied that uncorrected misstatement. Prior to evaluating effect of uncorrected misstatement, you have to assess the materiality, because are these amounts actually material to the financial statements or not? What you are debating on, and are these amounts are actually material or not? And then you have to, in accordance with ESA 450, size and nature of misstatement, effect of uncorrected, all of these things. And the third point is actually talking about the communication. Auditor shall communicate with TCWG uncorrected misstatement and the effect, which is the last line. What are the communication requirement? And not, if you are thinking about ESA 260 and other communication, they are not talking about this. They are talking about mostly. Okay. Let me make one point clear, that these are the my genuine attempt to give approximate answers, and this they might vary, and if anything changes later on, I'll put it down in the pin comment. Okay, so don't forget to check pin comment. So auditor shall communicate with TCWJ. These are the communication requirement, and as per management, agar if there is immaterial, auditor shall request the WR from management, and if management refuse to adjust, then these are the all the procedures you have to do. So this was also a very good question, and you must have done that. Now question 1C is about the SQC one. There is concern elements of quality control within the firm. What are the considerations one should exercise to achieve quality in all engagements that firm performs? So let's have overlook on the case study. XYZ and company mid-size firm has recently expanded its operations, blah blah blah. To manage the growing workload, the firm CEO has delegated operational responsibility for the firm's quality control system to two senior partners. However, certain concerns have been raised. One of the partner, though commercially successful in bringing new clients, has limited experience in audit quality oversight. Do you remember something? Do you remember? Okay. The firm's new incentive scheme heavily rewards partner and staff based on the revenue generation and the client acquisition. Do you remember something? Do you remember something? Due to rapid expansion, firm allocated most of its resources towards marketing and client. Have you seen these two options? Where have you seen where you must have seen this in the leadership responsibility. It is not talking about they are not talking about acceptance, they are not talking about human resources, they are talking about leadership responsibility. Why? Because the commercial considerations should not override quality. Like where it is firms overriding commitment to quality, commercial considerations do not override quality. So what they are talking about, they are talking about one of the partner, though commercially successful but limited experience in quality. If you see here, uh, person assigned operational responsibility for firm's QCS should have sufficient and appropriate experience and ability authority. Okay, this is the one point. This was the one hint. And again, incentive scheme, we deal with the performance evaluation incentive schemes in the B point. The firm's policy and procedure addressing performance evaluation, compensation, and promotion incentive schemes are designed and demonstrated the firm's overriding commitment to quality. So the answer is leadership responsibility and not other points if you are thinking about other points. Okay, so 1C was also a good question to attempt. Then what is happening in this question 2A is about professional ethics. There are joint auditors in the firm, and one joint auditor left or removed in AGM, and something happens, disagreement, they have removed and appointed new auditor, CNA new auditor by special resolution. What is happening, what is actually crux is, say CNA accepted appointment immediately upon receiving company's appointment letter and certificate regarding compliance. However, she later discovered that company had not sent any special notice to the shareholders regarding her appointment as required under Companies Act, and she has also found that has CA Reena and associate with which I think the retiring auditor, which is uh, retiring auditor, had not been given an opportunity to make the representation to the shareholders regarding her non-reappointment. Okay, so you know that CNA is guilty by accepting the appointment, but here is the point. What points you have written in your answer is the thing that are going to matter, because for just making guilty, not guilty, and the clause, you are not going to get so uh, great marks. So let me tell you what I think the answer should have been, or answer should have. Like, first of all, you have to know that they have specifically mentioned special resolution and something notice, special notice, sorry, they have mentioned about special notice. So what they are expecting from you, they might expecting from you is like, first of all, this is clause 9. If you have written clause 8, I'm sorry for your loss. This is about clause 9. Here this is clause 9 is old, now this is amended, so you have to write amended clause 9, and then procedure to be followed by the company. Listen to me very carefully, like, give me a second. Company decided not to reappoint CA Reena. So company has decided not to reappoint. If you see here, if a member of company wants to remove auditor, or a retiring auditor should not be reappointed, which is this case, because they have decided not to reappoint, means they are decided they should not, retiring auditor should not be reappointed. In that case, in this case, member should have given a special notice under section 40, and then the steps follows, like special notice, then notice sent to the retiring auditor, then 7 days before AGM submit, and the retiring auditor submit representation, and this is the flow of the Companies Act that company should have been followed. But company what did, company did what, company have not sent any special notice to the shareholders, and also have not given an opportunity to represent Sierra and associate. So first of all, you should have written this process. You should have written this process. Then what is the duty of incoming auditor? What incoming auditor should do is to verify the relevant records of company, and not to just believe on the document which was the certificate auditor have to make the procedures and just take the certificate and sit. No. Okay. Then you have seen this question like auditor should verify the records. If auditor is going to verify the records, which records he will verify? These only. He will check what, when the member is the company have given a special notice to the members. Does company have send special notice to the retiring auditor? 7 days criteria, representation, all of these you are going to verify. Plus 2 points you are going to verify. You are going to get a true copy of special notice should have been obtained by the incoming auditor, and obtain a copy of relevant AGM verified by the meeting. Okay, these two documents. Additional point here, unjustified removal of auditor. B point says that if auditor, when auditor though willing to willing for reappointment has not been reappointed, he shall file the institute copy of statement which he may have sent to the management of the company for circulating among the shareholder. It shall be obligatory on the incoming auditor before accepting appointment to obtain a copy of such communication. What they are meant to say that in case if it was unjustified removal, you should have considered this point also. But from exam point of view, I do not expect this point. I do not expect that ICI expects this point from you. So from exam point of view, at least you should have written this much, and then you should make guilty. Okay, so what is the final answer? Final answer is guilty. Okay, my bad. Fair enough. Most of you will write clause 9 correctly. Should have written whatever the English is. You must have written clause 9 correctly. You must have written the fact of the case, and you must have made CA Reena guilty. But this procedure is, I think, what was the main part of this question. Moving on to the next question, 2B, I think so. Okay, first of all, this question was not related to the internal audit chapter. This question was related to internal control chapter because this was about internal check system. Boom. Evaluate how these control deficiencies individually and collectively increase inherent and control risk. This is about, sorry, analyze specific violation of the principles of adequate internal check system. What is happening? Their team have given you 3 points. The head of purchase department, relative of the promoter, has for several years in charge in purchasing, and this is chief accountant. No rotation of duty, and stockkeeper kept adequate stock and without carrying out physical verification. This is overview of question. We have similar question in chapter 3 materiality, which is like same to same 3 points. Head of procurement and then staff has been same roles, like without any rotation, and maintaining the inventory, same officer maintaining the inventory, and briefly discuss the general conditions. This is not the question, this is not our question. So our question is second actually. Do you think the general conditions pertaining to internal check system are violated in the given situation? And these are the 3 things that get violated, and you have asked on the similar basis like specific violation of the principle of adequate internal check system. So yes, in the given situation, internal check system are violated. Conditions, general conditions are violated, which are 3, the above 3, these 3 are violated. And then they are asking about the second part of the answer is like how evaluate how these control deficiencies individually and collectively increase the inherent and control risk for the entity. And I'm going to tell you that I don't know the answer of this. Yes boys, I don't know answer of this, and I don't want to try to go deep down and study, and most of you might have given the wrong answer. Very few of you might have given a correct answer for this part of the question. So let it be, don't worry about it. What I think is like, if they are asking about inherent and control risk, I think they are not directly asking, they are asking how these control deficiencies affect. So I don't know what will be the answer of ICI, but I have tried to given the points from the our material, like from about 2 points, 2 points, like segregation of job responsibility and job rotation in sensitive areas. These are the clear points. So you can write similar content like a kilim, like segregation of duties, and given example, a buyer should not be involved in receiving material or passing the bills, or if some buyer continues to conduct purchase or function for long period. These are the examples, like these are the examples, and you can try to convince them. If these the controls are deficient, then how they are going to affect the inherent risk or control risk. But practically it is not possible to match your answer to the ICI answer or my answer to the ICI answer for this part of the answer. So so let it be, yeah. So let it be. Let's see what ICI put on the table for this question. Moving on to the next question. This question is about practitioner and review of financial statement. First of all, many of students get confused about whether what is this SRE 2400 is applicable or SRE 2410 is applicable. Like, it was a review of historical financial information, but they have mentioned practitioner what? Oh, they have mentioned practitioner what? But this is about quarterly. Oh, quarterly. Boys, calm down, please. First, look at the question, what they are asking. Explain how performing analytical procedures assist the practitioner in review of financial statement. That's it. That's it. And how many analytical procedures do you know in review? How many points do you know? Only one point, which is about analytical procedure. In review, performing analytical procedures assist the practitioner in. This is the only question about analytical procedure in review itself. And they have given you exact wordings. Performing analytical procedures assist the practitioner in review of financial statement. Assist the practitioner in what? Identifies inconsistencies or unexpected trend values, obtaining and updating understanding of entity, provide corroborative and additional procedures. And these are some examples what you can expect. These all points are the above points only. These are just exam words. Like in exam, you can expect this answer as it is, like performing analytical procedure assist, obtaining updating practitioner understanding, identifying inconsistency, providing corroborative, serving additional procedures, etc. Okay, so this was good question. Moving on to the question 3a. This is about the PSU audit. Type of audit, you have to identify the type of audit, and explain the principle of this audit. So what is the type of audit? You must got to know until now, like 5750 crores of expenditure, which includes 2000 crores R&D expenditure, and expressed concern that proposed R&D expenditure appeared wasteful, lacking justification on the test of public interest. So the expenditure is wasteful expenditure. For expenditure, we have propriety audit. Wasteful expenditure, we have propriety audit. So we, what is the type of audit? Propriety audit. So for propriety audit, you will write propriety audit and you will write something about propriety audit, like what is the propriety audit? Verification of transaction on test of public interest, commonly expected customs and stands and falana, etc. Falana limka. Explain the principles of this audit and general principles about the propriety audit. These points are very easy points, and if you have seen my revision lecture or any of my PSU video, then you must know the answer is like these points are from propriety audit itself. Like, this name consists all these points. Like PR is about particular person, and O own money, own advantage, other avenue. And pri is prima facie, not more than. So all points consist in the name itself. Very, very easy. And the same technique we have used for comprehensive audit. Okay. Very, very easy question. Very, very easy marks. Okay. Moving on to the 3B. This was a professional ethics question, and this also is very easy question. What is happening? Some company had transferred 3 lakh rupees to the CA account, 1,20,000 for towards his professional fees. So you don't have to keep it in separate account. 1,80,000 to be utilized for statutory payment. So 3 lakh rupees have been received out of 1 lakh. So 1,20,000 is CA's fees. So you don't have to keep it in separate account. It is your fees. So there is nothing about 1,20,000. We have to check about 1,80,000. From 1,80,000, he deposited 50,000 towards TDS payable, 60,000 again GST liability. So 50, 60, 1,10,000 remaining 70,000. So balance 70,000 pertaining to MCA filing and DIN renewals was deposited after 3 months due to the portal issues. In between, CA Amit paid his office rent of 40,000. Scam. So what he should have done is, like, if he immediately pays 50,000 and 60,000, then then he is not required to deposit in separate account 1,10,000. But for 70,000, he should have deposited in separate account, but he have not deposited in separate account, and then he have used this money for the rent payment. So he is guilty. Whoever he is, CA Amit is guilty. So the clause 10 part 1 of second schedule, money of the client deposited in separate account. This is for the reference only, and actual answer will vary, because in actual answer you have to make the point. First point is like 1,20,000 need not to be deposited in need not to be deposited in separate bank account, and for 1,80,000 you have to make another point, like in 1 lakh, within 1,80,000 you have to separately deposit. But since you have paid 50,000 and 60,000 immediately within 1 month, so you might not need to deposit in separate bank account. But for the 70,000, remaining 70,000, you have to have deposit this in separate bank account. If not, you will be held guilty under clause 10 part 1 second schedule. Again, easy question, easy questions. First half of the paper is actually easy paper, and then again second half, like question 5 and 6, is the difficult paper. But mostly you will score good in first paper, like first part of the paper. This is robotic process automation, and you have to write the audit implication and common risk. Nothing to talk about. I don't like digital audit chapter, so I skip it. I always keep it. And if you remember this kind of difficult wordings and this kind of difficult stuff, are you going to able to write this at as it is in the exam, and are you going to get the out of marks? I think there is very rare chance. And you look here, it is a question C. Like equation C is for the 4 marks, and you are for the 4 marks you are going to remember digital audit, great digital audit, and then you are going to write it and going to get 1 or 2 marks. I think it is not worth it to study, but it's okay. If you have written, if you want to check the answer, you can check the answer. It is robotic process automation, audit implication, and common risk of RPA. Okay, moving on to question 4. Question 4 is about, it was a very good question. It is about the summary financial statement, and question from 800 series, which is, I like 800 series, like you are going to get your short marks. And questions are very easy. Okay, so what is happening? Let me tell you in summary, as you know better than me. Like in original financial statement, there was, I think, qualified opinion, and then in summary FS, they have asked 2 questions considering qualified opinion in audited financial statement. Additional disclosure, they are asking about specific additional disclosure, and if it contains adverse report, then disclosure they are asking about. So you know only one thing about summary financial statement is modification of the opinion, EOM, and other things. If if on audit if in audited financial statement contains qualified opinion, sorry, my bad. If audited FX contains qualified opinion, then what you have to think? First, if summary FS are consistent, then you have to give like qualified opinion, UM para and this and describe this all. If modified opinion, if not fair summary, and this type of things. Okay. And if adverse opinion in audited FS, then you have to give these things. This is very easy part of the answer. You can pause and see, or you are going to get this PDF on Telegram. Don't worry about it. Professional ethics again, and professional ethics questions are very good. I like these questions. First, POU, program organizing unit, organized by POU, and prior they have received, they have got prior approval. CSR activity. CA Anjali, she has mentioned partner. She has mentioned CA. Okay, but she has mentioned partner and firm logo displayed, which is not allowed for the CA. So clause 6 again, very easy things. Sponsoring activities, not permitted to sponsor event, but POU event can sponsor, may sponsor event conducted by POU, and provided they have prior approval. In this case, they had the event had prior approval, so not guilty for first part of the question, but guilty for the second part, because for the CSR activities, member may mention their CA prefix, but cannot mention firm name, and logo is not permitted. So guilty for the, I think they are both different questions or same questions. Okay, so C Anjali will be guilty for the CSR activity for mentioning like partner and firm logo display, and not guilty for the POU. So you have to mention this clearly for the first part, POU part, not guilty, and for the second part, CSR activity, guilty. You have to make segregation. You have to show them like you know both of the points. Okay, and for the, you have to first write clause, then you have to like this sponsoring activity portion, and then you can easily get marks. Okay, this is good. This is about what your SDG and ESG, environmental, social, and governance, and these are the 2 points, and you just have to identify which of the capitals they have mentioned. The first of, they have mentioned that company has implemented structured leadership development program for its employees across all divisions. This initiative focus on enhancing professional skills, innovation capabilities, and ethical decision making. So this shows what human capital. Sir, why not social capital? As you know, social capital is about outsiders like customers and social people. They are talking about employees, you know, employees. So human capital, skill, experience, capacity, ability to understand, implement, and loyalty, motivations, they all are talking about human capital. So for the first, they are talking about human capital. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And for the second, they have commissioned new fully automated production line equipment, manufacture capital, production line equipment, and they blah blah blah, production line equipment, manufactured capital, equipment and tool, etc. So I think this question was good. Like for the 4 marks, you are going to get 2 marks. That's it. Easy questions. Question 5A. Question 5A is about what? Oh, this is the great question. This is like really great question. This is about the car. Wow, this is amazing question. Like I was amazed. Like this question has been asked in the exam, and let me break the news to you. This question is so great, so goated that you might not get marks in this question, or you might not get full marks in this question. You are going to get low marks for this question. Why? Okay, let me give time to this question. You have been appointed as auditor of KYM Private Limited. for FY 24-25. Company has paid up capital, reserves, surplus 2 CR, borrowings 9 CR, revenue 9 CR excluding 2 CR from discontinued operation. First of all, excluding 2 CR from discontinued operation, it means your paid up share capital plus reserves is equal to 2 CR, borrowings is equal to 9 CR, and revenue is equal to 11 CR. Why? 9 plus 2. Okay. This is for your private limited company. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Then these are the matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. What they have asked is, what they are asked is there any reporting responsibility cast on you regarding the above matters of KYM Private Limited under CARO for FY 25, 24-25? If no, if no, where and how the above matters would be dealt with in your auditor's report? So, first thing is CARO applicable or not? Come on, baby, come on. CARO is applicable to every company, including foreign company, except outstanding BIPs. Banking, insurance, 1%, Section 8, small company, and private limited company. For the private limited company, not being subsidiary or holding of public company, no subsidiary holding company, okay, satisfying the condition, having a paid up capital and reserve and surplus not more than 1 CR, broke the rule, as on balance sheet date, paid up share capital and reserve is 2 CR. So exemption not applicable. And we does not have borrowing exceeding 1 CR from any bank financial. Here borrowing is 9 CR. And we does not have total revenue exceeding 10 CR. Here it is 11 CR. So CARO is applicable. Sir, wait. Have you seen small company? Oh, small company. So what about small company? Sir, do you know limit of small company? Yes, I know. What is it? Paid up share capital 4 CR and your turnover is 40 CR, and which is now amended to the 10 CR and 100 CR. Okay, then what? Sir, so the paid up share capital is 4 CR and turnover is 40 CR. Your company's paid up share capital is 2 CR and turnover is 11 CR. So your company is private limited company, but boy, small company doesn't talk about the borrowings. Small company does not talk about the borrowings. Here borrowings exceeds 1 CR. So the limit given to the the exemption given to the small company are not exclusive to the like company. You have to refer it like if you satisfy the condition of this condition, then you are small company. Okay, but if specifically they have given private limited company, they have mentioned these three things, and there is borrowing limit which is not in small company, so don't go for small company. Why you are going for a small company? You have specifically these three limits, they are testing these three and you are checking these three. You have to check limit 1110 and here it breaks, and so the exemption is not applicable. CARO is applicable. First thing is CARO is applicable. Okay, so not covered in above exemption, CARO is applicable. Now. Now. Interesting things are coming. Okay, let me read for you one by one. The company has incurred cash loss of 50 lakhs during the FY 24-25 and 75 lakhs during the FY 23-24. Sir. We got it. What? Whether the company has incurred cash loss in the financial year, in immediately preceding financial year, and the amount of cash loss, will write clause number, what is this, 17. Okay, so we'll write clause number 17. Okay, no worries. Okay, you got marks. Okay, good, happy. Okay, moving on to the second point. The company has been continuously in profit since inception. Okay, Farlam Nimka suspected certain financial irregularities. Subsequent, a fraud was discovered through the proper mechanism and was being addressed by the management on certain complaints filed with them. You have been informed of such cases. Sir, smart, we are smart, we are smart. Where it is fraud, 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 fraud. 11. Here, whether any fraud by the company or any fraud on the company has been noticed, Falana Dimka, etc., etc. ADT4, CG, and whistleblower complaints. Okay, okay, we are smart. Okay, okay, you are smart. But let me tell you first. One thing. Along with the cash losses, they have given you negative working capital. Suppliers have reduced credit. Suppliers have reduced credit period, delayed payments beyond credit period, and customers have been declared insolvent. Customers insolvent. What these conditions indicating towards? What are these points driving towards? Going concern. Yes, you thought it right. Have you thought? Have you given thought it in exam? These conditions are about going concern, and you should have written the points related to the going concern. Like you should have at least write clause number 19. Financial ratios, aging, expected date of realization, that auditor is of the opinion no material uncertainty exists as on the date of auditor's report. You have to have write this clause. Okay, we'll talk more about it. Let's give a thought to the point number 3 and 4. Point number 3 talks about the company has been awarded certain project during the FY 23-24 of metro lines, monorail, and coastal roads, for which company has borrowed funds rupees 2 crore from bank. Metro lines, monorail were ongoing project, but coastal road project was yet to commence to the date, and the amount unspent is rupees 4 crore sanctioned for this project. In case of ongoing project, metro lines and monorail, there was unspent amount of 2 crore. Sir, we got this. We got this. This is about CSR activity. Clause number 20. Clause number 20. A. Other than ongoing project, coastal roads and ongoing project, monorail, and what was the other thing? Metro lines. Oh, we got marks. We got marks, but you don't. But you don't. Sir, this clause talk about CSR. Read this question 3 and 4 again. Read this question 3 and 4 again. From which point you get to know that these projects are CSR? No. These projects might be business normal project. Just because they have mentioned ongoing projects and other than ongoing projects, like, and they have given unspent amount, how you can conclude these are specified project like CSR project? These are CSR activity. How? Listen to me. Listen to me. What they have asked you is that if no, where and how the above matters, like reporting responsibility, and if no, where and how the matters dealt within your audit report. So first of all, not necessarily these matters require Caro reporting, because this read this clause number 20. What this says is, with in respect of other than ongoing project, company has transferred unspent amount to the fund specified in schedule 7 of the Companies Act within the period of 6 months in compliance with second proviso of section 135(5), which deals about CSR, and for amount remaining unspent under section 135(5) of Companies Act pursuant to ongoing project has been transferred to the special account, unspent CSR account, as per the section 135(6) of the said act, which again deals with CSR. So first of all, you have to check what ongoing project transferred to the special account. other than ongoing project transferred to the fund specified, which is PM care funds and special account. And this is about the CSR activity, and in this case they have not mentioned CSR activities. This might be business regular projects. And what they are mentioning, borrowed funds of rupees 4 CR. Okay, borrow, okay, no issue. You borrow funds, okay, no issue. But they have mentioned that coastal road project was yet to commence to the date and amount unspent is 4 CR. Again, sir, if not 20, clause 3 9, okay, it is given or taken. Okay, so clause 39C, clause 39C, where the term loans were applied for the purpose for which the loans were obtained, if not amount of loans so diverted and the purpose. So they have not mentioned amount is diverted. Where they have mentioned amount is diverted, they have said that they have obtained borrowings from the bank and there is unspent amount. So this might be lying in the books. They have not diverted. So in my opinion, again, in my opinion, listen to me. No one risk, no one takes risk to give you suggested answers before I say I give you. Only I do. I always do. I always come with the answers, and for like last 3-4 attempts, I have given only one wrong answer for all the difficult papers, which is about MBA local university. And this wrong answer was like because of the assumption. Like local university, I still don't agree with them because they think local university is not recognized. But I have given you like the proof of which website the universities are registered, and there are 1000 plus universities. Otherwise, listen to me. I am taking risk, but what I am telling you that I am all talking about logics. It's not about right or wrong. I'm talking about they have not mentioned. How you can say like because of they have mentioned ongoing project and they have mentioned unspent, this is about clause 20, and they have mentioned like 4 CR and borrowing, so this is about the diverted, because they have not mentioned diverted. So from my point of view, these both clauses are not going to reflect, and Karo reporting is not applicable for point number 3 and 4. So in my opinion, again, matter 1 and 2, Karo reporting will be applicable, and reporting as per the 3 points you have to write, like first cash losses, then a going concern, and then fraud wala. And 3 and 4 you don't have to no Karo reporting, you have to write it Karo reporting. For point 1, you have to refer for going concern AC 570, because they have specifically asked you dealt with in your audit report how above matters. Okay, so if not 570 going concern. And for section for 3, 143 and 240 you have to refer, because this deals about the fraud. And for 3, like for 3 and 4, not necessarily, but EOM can be the option if appropriate. I don't know if there is any need to report this or not, but you have to write it like if appropriate you can give this in EOM para. But as far as Karo is concerned, I don't think, again, this is my personal opinion, I don't think there is any reporting requirement for this. Okay, moving on to next thing. We have taken a lot of this time, 10-12 minutes for this question, but it's okay. This question is from essay 220. Sorry, this question is from essay 240. Just give me a minute. I think something is missing. Okay, editing mistake. The half of the answer got cut to the next page. Okay, no worries. So this is about essay 240. What they have asked is, based on the above fact with reference to relevant essay, you are required to identify and explain the specific fraud risk factors present in the scenario that suggest heightened risk of material misstatement due to fraudulent financial reporting. And as genuine as I am, I don't know answer to this question. Actually, I don't know answer to this question. Like what you are asking, man? What you are asking? Okay, sir, this was easy. Like you don't know fraud risk factors. I know fraud risk factors, but what they are asking, I don't know. Yeah, what they are asking? Required to identify and explain the specific fraud risk factors. All of these are fraud risk factors. Okay, so are they asking it for to make a bifurcation, like what is incentive, opportunity, rationalization? What they are asking actually? And I don't think anyone can give answer to this question, because unless and until ICI gives suggested answer, we can't predict the answer for this question. And if some teacher gives you like this is the answer, this is a sure short answer, I don't think there is sure short answer until ICI gives answer to this question. So instead of I giving you any answer like doing chat GPT and all, that's not going to work. First of all, let me tell you, if chat GPT gives ICI's paper, chat GPT is definitely going to fail. Okay, so don't uh, consider chat GPT as a good source. So chat GPT is not good source. Apply your mind, apply your logic, and you will see that okay, there is no possible answers until and unless, like, I have not spent that much time to extract what should be actual appropriate answer. But like I am spending time, I will spend some time, I will take the answer, but that's not what works. Like, if I'm not getting answer, you might not get the answer. You might have not written the answer, and if you have written answer, it is very good. If you have written anything, it is very good. Expecting marks from this answer is, I don't think, because very few people will get some good marks. Like if you have written anything, 1 or 2 marks will be allocated, but 5 out of 5, 4 out of 4, sorry, 4 out of 5 is 4 out of 5 is not going to get, as far as I am concerned. So no answer is predicted from my side. This is for the first time I am not able to give you approximate answer also for this question, because actually, until and unless I don't get the question, I am not able to give you the answer. So I didn't and still didn't get the answer. If any of you get the answer, please comment, and I will say, I will check, and if I feel like it is good answer, I will post it in the pin comment. Okay, but as far as now, I don't think this is the worst question I have ever seen. Like what they are asking about, they have asked all the fraud risk factors, and what all the fraud. I think, listen to me. All the fraud risk factors in this can have heightened risk of material misstatement. Why not? But let's not debate about it. Okay. If any of you have answer for this question, please send me on Telegram, Auditbabu at the rate Auditbabu 3, or you can comment me and reach out to me on WhatsApp also. Okay. Moving about to the next question. This is about professional ethics, mystery audit question. Mystery audit. So, first of all, mystery audit, can you do? Yes. Permissible? Yes. Where it has mentioned permissible activities, ESB recent decisions, assignment of mystery audit. Okay. Permissible, no worries. Sorry. Pay accept assignment. Okay. Structure his professional fees to be contingent upon the number of operational lapses and non-compliance. He identifies with higher fee for more significant findings. Discuss whether P is guilty or not. What do you think? What do you think? This is about clause 10, contingent upon findings. Okay. First of all, let's deep dive into the exceptions. They have given receiver, liquidator, not applicable, cooperative society, not applicable, direct tax fundraising, not applicable, debt recovery, not applicable. Okay, management consultancy service, wait, cost optimization, not applicable, insolvency professional, not applicable, non-assurance activity to non-audit client. Okay, so we got 2 points. One is management consultancy, second is non-assurance. So for now, we were like where we have reached, like mystery audit, he can do. permissible activity, no worries. But for the fees, we are checking, can he do that? We have check exceptions, no. We have got 2 points where we can discuss. First, management consultancy. Second is non-assurance service to the non-audit client. So first talk about non-assurance service. Mystery audit is assurance service, assurance kind of service. So it is not non-assurance related service. It is like assurance related. It is audit service, assurance related service. So from my point of view, mystery audit will not come into this. Second, management consultancy services. If you check management consultancy services, there are a lot of audits, like 4 5 audits, like quality audit and energy audit and all audit. But mystery audit is not there. As far as I remember, mystery audit is not there. So mystery audit is not management consultancy services. Management consultancy services and mystery audit is different. What is mystery audit? Mystery audit like a regular audit, but for the different kind of things. So if you do a mystery audit, and like if you go and check the everything is okay, like criteria and the what do you say that, as per applicable criteria things are there or not. So for here, this is not management consultancy, this is audit. This is not management consultancy, non-assurance. No, this mystery audit doesn't come into both of these things. So not guilty for mystery audit, but guilty for contingent fees, because for mystery audit you cannot charge contingent fees. Fair enough. You cannot charge contingent fees from the findings, because it's like audit. It's not a progressive work, like if I find your this amounts, sorry, if I found this, then you will give me this. No, this not works in the mystery audit. Mystery audit is, consider it like your regular statutory audit, but for the different criteria, different things. Okay, so it is guilty for the contingent audit, not guilty for the mystery audit, because mystery audit is permissible. So be specific in writing your answers. When you write mystery audit, you have to write ESB, recent decisions, permissible activities, okay, permissible, but contingent fees, no, he cannot charge. So guilty for the contingent fees and not for the mystery audit, acceptance of mystery audit. Okay. Question 6a. Question 6a deals about the steps involved in conducting due diligence of the audit team. As far as I think this is the correct answer for steps, like start with the open mind and prepare comprehensive report from starting to end. These are the steps for the due diligence. Okay. And then question 6b is about the bank audit. Bank audit, they have first time asked the question from investment. So from investment, you have to be specific, like what they are asking. Okay, let me tell you what they are asking. They are asking about the bank holds government securities, debentures, shares and bonds. During the audit, it noticed that investment team comprising of 4 staff members is responsible for all investment functions. No, they are not allowed. Why? Segregation of investment function. We have studied that. Check SOD within the bank staff, front office, middle office, back office. We have discussed in detail. So in audit procedure in investment, we have separation of investment function. If all of them investment function is responsible for all investment functions, no, you have separation of investment function, like segregation of duty within the bank staffs within the investment. Okay. Then there are 5 bank receipts with the other banks totaling 35 crores at the year end. Out of 3 BRs have been outstanding for more than 8 months. So they are asking specific audit procedures related to the BR. So for BR issued by the other bank, confirmation from counterpart, obtain confirmation from counterparty, investigate BR outstanding for extended period, and review BR issuance reconciliation. Like 2-3 points you can write down. And then AFS to STM, they have reclassified 80 crores of investment. So you have to write the procedures related to reclassification, like classification and shifting. So verify that the STM to FT, AFS, BOD approval, shifting, that's all your procedures. So this point is for 5 marks. So you can expect like 3 marks for this answer, 3 marks for this answer, and then 2 marks for referring to these points and like writing merge answer for this point and actual audit procedures. You know, for question 6c, it is a straightforward question. Duties of CAJ while examining prospective financial information. Again, you don't have to like it was a straightforward question, and you should have written the answer for this question. Like it was very good because they have mentioned duties which have the same exact wording in your notes, like duties of member who is examining PFI. So you have 4 points, straight 4 marks. 4 points, 4 marks. So if you have written these points exactly, you are going to get for 3 to 4 marks. Okay, for these points, if you have written anything else, you might not get 4 marks. Okay, so this was straightforward question, and again, the last question is about fraud. Okay, fictitious sales and these things. But what they are asking is about fraud is a material to the financial statements. If funds difficult to continue engagement. So what you will do, withdraw from the engagement. So we have similar question in our notes, auditor unable to continue the engagement, and this these are the questions which were previously asked in the question. On this basis you can write this answer, like exceptional circumstances bring into the question auditor's ability to continue performing the audit, and then determine PLR, like professional legal responsibility, appropriate to withdraw, whether it is appropriate to withdraw. If withdraws, discuss with the appropriate level of MNT and and determine whether there is professional or legal responsibility to report to the person who made audit appointment. Okay, so this is for 4 marks. So this short answer is for 4 marks. That's it from my side, boys. Uh, okay, that's it from my side. I don't want to mention anything emotional, but if you are going to pass and you are never coming back, okay, it's emotional point because I think the paper is easy, and most of you will get through it, will make it, and will be chartered accountant. And it is happy to see you all as a chartered accountant from this side. Okay, and mostly and certainly and soon I'll be congratulating you for becoming chartered accountant, and happy to see you to become chartered accountant. I think if you pass this, there is a lot more chances to pass in this attempt. Like this is a golden attempt for, like if you have AFM exemption previously, you will definitely will make it. Okay, don't worry about it. Make utilize your this time properly until the result. Very good. Enjoy your journey. Like enjoy, travel, enjoy, do whatever what you think. Rest, have enough rest. If you have done good sprint, now it's time to rest, relax, travel, watch movies, spend time with family. Because this time, this 1 month up to the result, you are not going to get it back. Mostly never you are going to get this free time, never. So if you have money, you are capable to travel alone if you can. Not take your friends and just travel. Traveling is the best way to relax, to get to know the world. Okay, and I don't know why, but I'm getting a sense that this is your last video that you are going to uh, watch to my channel. So make sure to like this, and I'm happy here to say you goodbye for now, and please don't come back. We'll see in the next video. Will not see in the next video. We will be the chartered accountant, don't worry about it. Will not mostly see in this channel. We'll see in Telegram or other things. But happy to see you becoming chartered accountant. You will become chartered accountant, don't worry about it. In this attempt itself. Jai Hind. Bye bye.